Hey folks, welcome to the Eagle Eye Picker and another What Sold This Weekend wrap up. Had some great sales this weekend and a couple unexpected last minute really good prices. I want to start with this mustache golf ball. I don't have a lot to say about this. I started at a 99-cent auction. I don't think it sold for much more than that, but I got it for free with a whole lot of other things. So it's all profit plus shipping. So yeah. Mustache golf balls, I guess a bolo? Maybe not, I don't know. The next thing we're gonna look at is this pair of glasses. These frames, these are Polo, Ralph Lauren. They sell pretty good for resale. I don't know exactly what I got for these, but these already had prescription lens put in them. So if you have name brand or you run across a name brand, make sure you check them out. There's some resale value. People like to get these frames. They're a lot cheaper than they buy, certainly at the optometrist office. So yeah, be on the lookout when you can buy prescription glass designer frames. Next, you might remember one of these from last week's sale. Again, I acquired dozens of these from a garage sale. I've been selling these off for months, way in the profit, hundreds of dollars on these new old stock fishing reel handles. This is kind of like the other one from the Ketchum Company, Jim Houston brand. And again, continue to look in tackle boxes, continue to look in estate sales or garage sales. You find new in-package handles like this, or lures, or any equipment really. Just get yourself familiar with it. There's a lot of great deals out there, so you might want to pick that up. This next item, I remember finding this at a garage sale. It was in a pencil holder. Of course, I always go through those. That's how I found all my cross pins and all the other pins. This is a very nice samurai type letter opener. If you look at it, it looks kind of like, getting in the right light here, it's got kind of a Damascus look to it. I saw that these were selling pretty well. I think I paid probably $1 or something for this. And I know it sold for probably around $10 or so on eBay. So yeah, if you ever see these samurai, kind of a bamboo sheath, custom painted letter openers, little sash on the top, you might want to pick those up. Next, we're going to go to this group of Elvis Presley little records I found. And you look at them and say, these are 45s, these are 45s. Yeah, I thought they looked like 45s too. And I guess theoretically, they are 45s. So they're EPAs, is what they're called. The interesting part about these is they aren't your typical like 45 type of record. I'll take one out and show you. They have multiple songs on them, so you can actually see the lines, the separation between the songs. So these will have 4 extended play, 4 songs on them each. I bundled them all together. I think I got 10 or 11 here. I paid $18, I think, for these because I had something else, and it was 20 total at this estate sale, I recall, because it wasn't that long ago. And I sold this whole lot. I took an offer for $50. I probably could have gotten more had I, broke them out individually, but I'm not a record guy. I don't consider myself an expert in setting and identifying the exact quality, what the condition is. So I just put a lot of photos out there and make it very clear that I'm not a record reseller, but I do pick up records when I think they're of interest and have value. If you watched my last video and you see my shorts, you'll notice I pick up cross pins. It's a big thing I love. I'm always on the lookout for pins. These are drafting type pins that I used to use for drawing, architects, engineers, planners. They would use these type of pins. They're different millimeters, denoted by the different sizes and the different colors. And I always pick these up. Again, the color tips, also the color on the tip of the pins. I always pick these up. These, I think I had an auction started around $19.99. By the end of closing, I think they sold for over $50 for this pair of pins. I always pick these up. Like I said, these are old drafting or very nice writing instruments, and you could test them out, see if they work. I didn't even test these. I actually don't have any ink to put in these, but I sold them as is. They look pretty clean. I expect they will work. So yeah, it was a great sell at 50. If I had to call out like the sale of the week, this would be it. I don't know if you can recognize what this style of a trinket box is, but it's a little orange tree, excellent condition. I got there late in the afternoon. It was on a Saturday at an estate sale. This was just sitting on the shelf. It had a hang tag on it for $7. And I looked at it and I thought, wow, that's interesting. But I picked up the bottom and I could see it was a Limoges in France. And immediately I got my Google Lens out and checked it out, make sure it's in perfect shape. And I noticed that there was maybe one for sale, but then I always look, and here's a little trick for you. Even if you see something like this and you don't see any for sale, continue to still look to see if there's any sold comps. Always look to see if there's sold comps, because you could find things that are just 100% sold out, 100% sell-through rate, and there's none available. There was, I think, one of these available, but I think 2 or 3 of these is sold, and they sold anywhere from like the $100 to $150 range. I picked it up for $7. I put it up for $100. Somebody offered me $80. I said, sure, why not? I made a great deal. Let this person have a great deal too. And it just goes to show, like, you have to really know a diverse lot of information. If you see something and you're curious about it in an estate sale, break out Google, do an image search, and you can discover things like this. I do it all the time, things I accidentally discover, but I get curious about something, and if I don't know what it is and I'm curious about it, I look it up, and here's another great find. So there, $80. Again, that wraps up this weekend sales. I hope you learned something. Old pens, used glasses with actual prescription lens in them, old small 45 EPA albums, Limoges, letter openers, vintage fishing gear, and even an occasional golf ball. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave comments. I'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you next time on the Eagle Eye Picker.